before we get started, I just want to say please drop a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Helps me out a ton. Drop a comment below for watches you want to see next. Thanks. Please enjoy the video. Hello and welcome back to Watch Unbox. So today we're going to be unboxing this Heriter watch. So just like before, I'm going to start off with a little brief explanation of the company before we get into the unboxing. But before we get to that, welcome or welcome back if you've seen my first video. Alright, so to start off, Heriter, the earliest mention I found of this company was on a UK blog in 2015. I couldn't really find anything about it before then. So Heriter is a Result Co brand, and what Result Co does is they make or purchase micro brands. They own like 21 or something like that, somewhere around there, watch companies. And essentially, they buy these companies and they have them put marked up prices on the company's website, and then they sell them to retailers at a drastic discount. So you'll find them listed on a lot of other websites and department stores for somewhere around 50 to 60% sale. It's always a sale. So obviously, if something's always on sale for 50 to 60%, its true value is actually the price you're seeing, not the price that it's claiming to usually sell for. So despite this sale business model, which is super common in Chinese companies, it actually seems to make decent quality fashion watches. I believe they're all automatic. I don't remember. But all of the assembly for the watches is done in China, but they claim to source a lot of their parts internationally. So for example, they claim to use genuine Italian leather on their watch bands, and they use the Japanese Seiko NH35 movement in all of their watches, from what I could tell. Everyone that was listed claims to use that movement. So overall, it's a fashion brand with a business model that kind of appears dishonest, but they provide a decent product for the price as long as you don't buy directly from their website. So they do have a lot of models to choose from if you're looking for like an entry-level automatic watch. But again, at this price point, you're really buying for appearance, not prestige. So generally, a lot of their watches you can find somewhere between the $200 to $500 range. Personally, I'd try to pay somewhere in the $200 to $300 range. Again, just that sale model. You can't really go off the prices they listed on their website. But it is relatively cheaper than trying to buy like a prestigious name brand automatic watch. Of course, you know, you could always get a nice Seiko, but then for the nice ones, you're looking in the like $600 price point, and that's obviously a lot more than what you can find a lot of these Heriters for. So, yeah, other than that, let's just get into the unboxing. So first off, you can see the logo, box. I do like the style box they use here. The logo is nice, it's classy. As for why they pick Heriter, they say it's because they're trying to make heritage pieces that you would want to hand down. And I mean, they're decent looking watches, but I don't believe they're heritage pieces. Of course, that's my opinion. Just kind of depends on income, really, I guess. So without further ado, let's check out what we got here. Silica gel, good sign. So, actually, let's check out what's in this lid here first. Let's check out these cards. So we got company, their warranty cards. So for warranty information, okay, yeah, and there's the Chinese right there. And there's their phone number and website if you're interested. And then this nice kind of, almost like a credit card, their certificate of authenticity, which I find really interesting because this isn't like, again, this isn't a super high price point watch, but it is a nice touch. So it kind of shows you that they do take pride in the watches they make, despite that kind of dishonest Result Co. sale model. The company itself does seem to pride itself in the quality of its products, so that's a really good sign. So I'm feeling a lot better about this one than I was about the one we got last week. So yeah, let's take it out. First, let's get a nice look at the dial there. So as you can see, relatively plain. We got this like kind of gunmetal gray color. Very, very, what's the word? I don't know, but as you can see there, their logo isn't too large on the dial, just Heriter. And then below that, right above the 6, I don't know how clearly you can see it on the camera, there we go. But right above the 6, they also have the automatic, so it tells you it's an automatic movement, it is not a quartz movement. So it should not take any batteries or anything like that. This is solely powered by movement. Alright. Band looks really nice. I actually like the band. Yep, right there on the inside. Genuine leather. It does feel thick, sturdy. It's definitely not cheap. They have their logo on the inside on this part of the band. Another close up of the face there. See if we can get this, there we go. Nice, clean look at the face. As you can see, they have the date window. They don't have the magnifier, but it still looks very clean, very legible. Again, that's another way you can tell this is an NH35 movement. They have the time and date. And then you have the lumen and the hands. Nice, clean, straight hands. Very clean dial. The 12 and the 6 are nice touches. I actually like how they did that. Also like how the side is not polished. It's that brushed steel, which in my opinion is a lot easier to maintain a nice, clean look to it. A lot of times on the very polished steel you'll get fingerprints and they just carry marks easier, whereas the brush kind of hides those marks more, which is really nice. So a little bit about the Becker here. So it is a 3/16 L stainless steel case. You can see the brushed steel. They do use a mineral crystal, not a sapphire crystal, or sapphire glass, mineral glass. But again, that's kind of one of those telltales that this isn't really a $700 price point watch. If you're paying $700 for a watch, it needs to have the sapphire dome, not mineral. So another cool feature I do like about this one, let's take the strap off so we can get a nice clear picture of it. Right there on there's a little logo right there, which looks really nice. I do like how their logo is very subdued. They don't kind of overdo it and make it super gaudy, so it keeps a classy look. Alright, so here we can see on the case back. So it has the observation case back, which I actually really like. How you can see the movement. I just find it to be a nice touch. You know, you're not going to be looking at it a lot, but if you choose to, you can. And then obviously on the back here we have water resistant, 100 meters, as most quality watches should be. All stainless steel. Again, the Heriter logo on the back there. Yeah, get a nice clear look at the movement there. They have their own logo on the movement plate. Looks pretty good. I like it. I appreciate the touch. It's also relatively thick, which is good. It feels sturdy. It doesn't feel very cheap. Again, we kind of went over last week, the watch we were looking at, it felt very cheap. But with this, the leather, it feels nice. It's thick. It's sturdy. I do appreciate the sturdy build quality we have here. And then, again, I like how subdued the logo is. A nice touch. So a lot of times, you'll see on like these mid-range watches here on the side, they'll put like what country it's made in or the brand logo. But they didn't do that here, which is nice. You get that nice, clean face. And then on this side, if you look really close, you can actually see they put just their little logo, that little H on the knob there. Again, it's a nice touch, very subdued. It's not going to stand out a lot, but if you're looking really closely, you can appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a very good looking watch. It's definitely, like I said, it's not a $700 watch, but despite some people calling Heritor Chinese junk, I do appreciate that they import a lot of things from other countries and just do assembly in China. If you're not aware, that's actually a pretty common practice with a lot of companies nowadays, including your American car manufacturers like Ford and Dodge. Somewhere around 90% of the car is actually made and assembled in China, and then they ship it back here. So, not that uncommon of a practice. So I wouldn't really call it Chinese junk. It actually feels pretty solid to me. I wouldn't mind paying $200 to $300 for this. It feels decent. Again, it's not a heritage brand, but they are trying to make nice watches, and they have a pretty decent reputation. So the case is 43 millimeters, so it's a decently large size. I mean, it's not 48 millimeters, it's not one of the giant watches, but it definitely will stand out on your wrist, especially if you have smaller wrists. Again, the movement is an NH35, which is a Japanese movement made by Seiko. It's kind of your entry level automatic movement, especially at this price point. Anywhere in the $200 to $500 range, it's a pretty common automatic movement to see in legitimate watch companies. So the NH35, it's a 24 jeweled movement. It's accurate to -20 +40. I believe it's 21,600 vibrations per hour, which is 3 hertz. If any of you guys are like, you know, movement nerds. And yeah, it's a hand windable, hackable. The only thing that makes me question them a little bit is the Seiko manufactured NH35 movement is supposed to have a power reserve of 41 hours. Now, Heritor only claims a power reserve of 26 hours on their watch models, so I thought that was interesting because all the other specs are identical to the Seiko manufactured NH35 movement. But it was just a weird discrepancy. So I'm not saying that they don't use genuine movements. It was just interesting on their website that they claimed a power reserve that was less than what the movement is supposed to have. But, I mean, other than that, I do really like this watch. It's a very nice looking watch. It's actually... Oh, damn it. There we go. There we go. Got it started up. Yeah, it looks really clean. I really like the design. Especially that little lumen knob on the second hand there. I find that's a nice touch. If you're looking for one just like this color is actually kind of hard to find right now. They're sold out pretty much everywhere of all the colors. And in the resale market, like on eBay, if you do manage to find them, they're usually the ones that have the red striped dial. This gunmetal one is pretty hard to find right now. But I think all the models look classy. This is probably my favorite color combination on it. Just looks very clean and timeless. Alright, I think that about wraps it up for this video. If you stuck around all the way to the end, thank you. Please make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Helps me out a ton. Do it for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you.